and gentlemen, welcome back to Dominate Dominion. We are in the finals, game number 2 coming your way. Teams have assembled. Gandair and I are in the game. And speaking of Gandair, there he is. Why do I keep hitting that wrong button? There we go.
Hey, cool.
Okay,
Okay, sorry. For a second, I said something like, "Oh wait, the switch. Yeah, where's it? Oh, I found it. Cool. This is gonna be game 2 of the finals. Potentially the last game of the night. Maybe we'll go to game 3. Only time will tell. Just want to thank all you viewers for coming out. We love being able to cast for you. Casting is like my favorite thing on the planet. I've been like talking to myself playing video games in the dark since 2009. It's kind of nice to do it in front of an audience for a change. That's a lot. Makes me feel a little bit better about myself. So I'm glad I can entertain you guys. It's pretty cool. And I just want to say, if you play Dominion on North America server, join the chat channel. It's Dominate Dominion. You join it by when you're on your little page, you see your friends list tab. There's a little thing next to it that says View Chat Rooms Control Panel, and you click on that. And then you move your mouse up just a little bit to a little icon that's got like a caption box with a plus next to it, and you click that button, and then you type in Dominate Dominion, and you hit enter, and then you're in the chat room with like 100-something other dudes that play Dominion. You can hang out, you can talk to us, you can find games, stuff like that. And if you're in Europe, or know anybody who is in Europe that likes Dominion, there's a chat channel that you can join just the same way, but just type in the word Dominion. Dominion's the name of the chat channel over there. And I know there's a pretty active community on that side. They got tournaments and stuff too. So big shout out to the EU guys. And I just want to say, go check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/DominateDominion. Follow them on Twitter. It's twitter.com/DominateDom, or it's @DominateDom rather on Twitter. Thanks to Cybersports Network for working with us. It's so much easier doing the brackets with you guys. It makes my life as like a statistician pulling data so much easier. It's so cool. And yeah, you should come out to tournaments, bring your friends. It's free. It's free to enter. We up to as many teams as will show up. We'll let them play. Bring your friends, come out, play games, get RP, get casted maybe. Pretty cool. Brag to your friends about, hey, I was on a show on the internet, and they'll look at you and be like, what? You'll be like, yeah, and you give them a link, and then they watch, and they're like, oh man, that's so cool. And then they watch it, and just snowballs out of control for there. And the next thing you know, we're on TV in Korea with a bunch of people that don't speak our language. We're getting paid $100,000 a year, and then me and FourCourtJester sit in some high upscale bar on the top of a skyscraper. And we're drinking drinks we can't pronounce. We're like, oh man, remember when we did this from our house? We want that. Help that happen.
I don't know, skyscrapers, bar at the top of them. Getting drunk and having a really high place sounds like a terrible idea to me.
Yeah.
But
we want to do a cash tourney too. We're working on it slowly. If you guys want to help contribute to that, there's a link down below the video, a chip-in link for it. And we're going to do a cash prize tourney at some point whenever we can hit that. So if you guys want to see that happen, donate. If you're friends with guys on various teams, donate. I've been trying to put in my dollar, but for some reason my Firefox just hates loading it. So I'm gonna email Feedski $5 instead, tell them to put it in there because my credit card's acting a fool. But yeah, donate some money in there, man. Help us make this cash prize tourney and do some cool stuff like that. Turn up the competition notch to 11. Money's on the line. We're gonna see all the good strats come out, so it'll be pretty cool. FourCourt, where can people find you at on the internet?
Before that, there you go.
Oh, you have a button! I'm so happy!
GG button for you. Although the Korean version's not working. There, try that. That'll be you one day, sir. One day.
Oh, yeah, definitely. People get mad about our accents.
Yeah, my stuff, you can find it anywhere. FourCourtJester, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, but we got some bands, we got some picks, and we got a game number 2. And just like before, anything that rhymes is apparently taboo to blind pick Bandita. So Lulu and Amumu are banned out, as well as Shoutcasted. So very similar bands. In fact, I'd almost go as far as to say that the only one not the same as those pre-bans was Jax. We had Nunu instead. And if you notice, there's no Nunu ban on the table.
Ooh, we might see that in-feed playing Nunu. Looking at the different bands, we're seeing a lot of repeat bands from the previous game. We're also seeing an Ezreal ban this time, and Ezreal, I talked about him earlier. He's got great range. He's got a global interrupt with his True Shot Barrage, that's called, yeah. And his Arcane Shift is great. You never know where he's at. Schrodinger's Ezreal kind of thing. And
like that.
you have... Yeah, he's just got good range, does good damage, very maneuverable. It's awesome stuff. And look at the other stuff. Urgot. Oh, Urgot got banned. Oh, maybe he didn't get banned. But Urgot's banned because he's got really good range, good bottom lane. You can do good top lane stuff, too. So, long range, got to suppress. Good durability. He's a good champion to have on your team. Wukong's got an AoE interrupt, very durable champion also. Talked about Darius. Teemo, extremely speedy, good at hit and run, great map control. Running out of champs to talk about. Talked about Swain.
Well, we're looking at a Wukong on blue, possibly that Swain, and Evelynn. Come on, pays Evelynn child support. Take Evelynn, I dare ya. But yeah, there's no Nunu ban on the table, and at the same time, there's no Darius ban on the table. But you can see that's why Tyler picked it up as soon as he could.
I just got a message from Feetsky. Big thank you to I can't say the whole name,
Benjamin,
because of disclosure things, but yeah, big thank you to Benjamin. Donated $100 towards the cash prize tourney. Good lord. Yeah, if you guys donate money, you know what? Send us an email. Tell us what your name is. We'll mash up the donation. Give us a comment. We'll say it on the stream.
They'll send you a hooker.
Something like that. We'll give you shout-outs and stuff, man. Oh my gosh, that's no insanity. Thank you, Benjamin. Holy crap. You're the guy, man. I'll give you a gold star if I see you.
You need to cry now. It's in the rules. Cry, Gandair. Cry for us.
I can't. I need a webcam. I need an HD webcam for that effect, and I don't have one. I owe you guys a cry on stream.
Good old cry. Good old manly cry. Swain picked up. Brand picked up. That's probably going to half-hearted, as you were mentioning a little bit before. He's really well known for that. Wrote a guide on DominateDominion, and overall it's just a top-notch pick. You can see from purple again, Talith's picking up Darius. We got that little zippy Teemo. And I don't know about you, but I don't ever consider Teemo support. So do you think that's a pick for someone else, or is the Mike actually going to show us some Yordle love?
I watched the Mike play Teemo one time. It's because the other team spent all of their bans on banning every support in the game. So
gotta have a backup.
And he did a really good job at Teemo. I wouldn't say that he's Zaber's level Teemo, but he plays a very good Teemo. So it would not surprise me if he just took Teemo and ran with it. It's good. It's good stuff. We're seeing Rammus talk about Rammus, talk about Teemo, talk about Swain, talk about Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw is different champion. Very long range, harass, poke, stuff like that is nice to have. Does a lot of damage. He's got some percent-based damage too, which that's sort of overall tanky meta that we're kind of in right now. He helps kind of play against that a little bit, especially if you get a Kataze on him. You don't always see that, but sometimes he'll get a Kataze and throw out that extra. And it's great because, you know, you get into a narrow engagement with him. No, it's not going to work. The painkiller survival method does not work on Kog'Maw because he just kills you anyway. I won! It's boom. It's boom.
Question.
Oh, Darius.
Question.
What?
Question.
Wait.
Question.
Yeah.
Amumu.
Same question that I have.
Amumu was one of the pre-bans, and then he got banned out again.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know.
They really hate that guy.
Painkiller?
Really hate Painkiller.
Yeah, they banned him out twice. That's strange.
Okay, looks like we're rolling with it. I haven't heard anything from any admins or anything like that on the subject. So, looks like we're rolling with it the way it is.
Do not know.
No resets, anything like that?
Either way, I mean, this is going to be like our, fourth straight game of Diana bottom, so.
Yeah, man, Diana bottom, really popular. I haven't seen it a lot until this tourney, but it's the thing. Oh, Blitzcrank's new. Blitzcrank's new also. Blitzcrank has a great disruption. He's got good speed. He can move around, play reactive. And he's got an airborne. He's got a rocket grab, which is a stun movement thing. And he has an AoE silence with static field. A lot of movement speed with overdrive. Good champion to have on your team. We're seeing Skarner, Eulalia Skarner. That's a new and exciting thing to me. Skarner's durable. He's got good chase, does good damage. He's got a suppress, aka a kidnapping, because he just takes you and runs away. So Skarner's a good champion to have. Also, might see. I don't know who's going bottom lane. Could be Zamike bottom Teemo. That would be weird. Eulalia bottom lane. Eulalia plays those bottom lane champions. She plays that Yorick. Might see her bottom lane Skarner. We'll find out when this game gets rolling. And we've talked about most of these champs before. You know what? We should tell them what's really going on with these champ bans and picks and stuff like that. I think people would like to know. You ban Lulu because she's too short. Amumu complains too much. Jax has an illegally modified weapon, so he can't get in within the regulations. No one actually ever knows where Caston is at any given one point because of his Rift Walks. They just don't want to deal with the headache of trying to get the GPS tracking on him. Poppy is a bully. She's really mean to everyone, carries that big hammer around. She started way too many fights. She's just not allowed in anymore. Pantheon's shield can't fit through the metal detector. Urgot scares people in the audience. He's like got that Bane look thing. It makes some of the viewers uncomfortable, so they don't let him into the thing. The spectators be like, "Oh, that's weird. I don't know." Moon got banned a second time because he kept complaining, so they just banned him again. Jace has a hammer that might be a gun. They're not sure. TSA is still thinking about it. So in the meantime, he's being held aside for additional screening. And Ezreal's too blonde.
I have nothing to add to any of that.
Huh?
I have nothing to add to any of that.
Oh, you want to do the why people got picked?
No.
Oh man.
I'm looking
Dude,
at
you had so many good ones earlier.
I'm looking at rune pages. That is not an AP Kog'Maw.
Yeah.
That is an AD Kog'Maw. And we have 25 armor penetration on top of Skarner, although he is all defensive tree for that bottom lane. So, yeah, people are saying AP Cog does not seem to be the way. We got magic and armor pen, move speed, armor here on Ashe. So, mastery is all defensive again. I think he's Rammus, right? Yep, Ashe is Rammus. Zamike, what is Zamike working to roll? Because this is a very important game. If our red team, Blind Pick Bandits, can't take this game, it is going to be a 2-0 sweep for FaZe Evelynn Child Support.
Oops. A biomute is OP.
Yeah, I know, right? Mana regen and magic penetration for our Teemo. So that doesn't actually tell you too much. Masteries, all AP. AP offense. That's what that Teemo's going to be. Poot is a verb. Yes, it is. Nobody here is pootering. To poots. If you mispronounce it, people look at you funny. But yeah. I do think it is going to be Diana bottom. It is Infeed, their bottom player, right?
No, Infeed's usually up top. Their bottom laner is usually no, Infeed only goes top with Darius. Yeah, he'll probably bottom lane with her because he bottoms Nunu, and he glippity glop. So, oops, glippity glop's a very advanced technical term.
I don't know what Jockholder's talking about, but
yeah, I'm gonna open the stream real quick and just like kind of be like, huh, what?
Did it go quiet? Nobody can hear us?
I don't know. Find out. I can hear me.
I can hear you. No, I don't know. People can hear us. I don't know. If it's quiet, turn it up. Turn it
Just
up.
open the stream. It's fine.
God, I got like the most soothing music going on right now. The radio's
We are a little
failing me.
globally quiet, though. I think that might be what he's referring to.
Oh, I have everything cranked on my end, so don't know what to tell you there, bro. But
Right,
game number 2
nothing.
about to start up. We got left hand side, Team Blue gonna be FaZe Evelynn Child Support up 1-0 over top of the Blind Pick Bandits. So this is go big or go home, and Monarch Kog'Maw bringing it big. That's what he's doing.
Monarch Kog'Maw could be wind, maybe. We were trying to do a Captain Plant themed game the other day, but we ran out of time, so we rolled it over to next week.
Janna?
Earth, Captain Planet versus Captain Pollution.
Janna.
Fire, Wind, Water, Heart versus.
If you need wind, go Janna.
Well, we have multiples. We got Janna Galio. We wanted to add a third one for an option. So we got Brand, Annie, Shyvana for fire. We're trying to find more for Smog. So far, we just got Singed and Knock. That's Smog.
I would go Singed for sure. Yeah, that poison tray. Poison
Yeah.
spray. Alright, so
It's
they're
pretty
going to start
cool.
up. It does look like Infeed going to be more motioning towards that bottom lane, and he is going to be taking. You can see across the board here, pretty much majority boots and prospectors. That's the way to go. Except we got a tier on that Blitzcrank. I wanted to look at Blitzcrank runes, but if it's Painkiller, it's probably going to be the same. Nothing in ability power, almost nothing in attack damage. So it's going to be all armor penetration, magic penetration, and move speed. That's my hunch. That's what he's been playing a lot tonight. Painkiller did some good work on a Mumu, although now it's getting constantly banned out because we don't like a Mumu. Yeah, he's a whiny little emo yordle. But Painkiller on that Blitz, you know, tanky Blitz. I like the sound of it. Kind of works the same as a Mumu, except instead of a Mumu coming to you, you come to Blitzcrank. So it's great. And yeah, what do you think of Alalia bottom with that Skarner?
I think it should be pretty awesome. Haven't quite loaded in yet. I'm having that spectator weird bug where it loads to 100 and doesn't actually kick over.
Oh, so
but
you're not in.
yeah, Alalia plays a lot of bottom lane with Yorick. She knows how to do it really well. I haven't seen her play Skarner before. So I've seen her play Mal's once down there, and I think if anyone can just, like, run that show, I think it's Skarner. And I think Skarner with some MR is going to be really, really good against Diana.
Alright, well, we got the bets down in chat, guys. Game number 2, the all-important game. We're going to have to see what blue and red can do, because if blind pick bandits on your right-hand side can't do it, it's a good game we'll play from us tonight. So, capture points going down. Talith already up to that top point, able to do a good bit of capturing, already up to half. Alayu trying to really go toe-to-toe here with Infeed, but I'm not too sure it's working out for her. Infeed going to hit up that health. We do got an ignite going down. They are going to go toe to toe. Alalia not going. Oh, the good shield at the end. Alalia not going down. Gets the first blood indeed on top of that Diana. So yeah, I guess you were wrong, Lathira. You were wrong. Captain Blueberry taking a lot of deeps in this top. Aish going to be dropping that Rammus. Revive instantly coming back to this top lane. There we go. And you know, we had a lot of capture point here for blind pick, but at this point, it does look like Pazel and Child Support are doing a good number on it. Panzer's coming in from behind to drop in fairly short order. The exhaust going off, it's not going to be enough to keep Kog'Maw, but now Kog'Maw could be exploding for a double kill. Does take down Half-Hearted Wither. Aish now coming into the top lane. Powerball is going to grab the health, deny it there to Panzer, as Panzer has to go all the way around, but Swain with the great grab lands it on top of Mike. This point still not captured. Talith now able to take down the monkey. Talith and Aish going to be trying to zone out Painkiller and Booberry, and at the same time it does look like Alalia just more business as normal on that bot lane. Painkiller taking some big damage. Oh, what a great powerball there from Aish. Is going to be triggering out that passive from Painkiller. So you got to keep that in mind. A good grab onto Kog'Maw. If they can insta-give it, I'm not too sure that's the best person to insta-give, but Darius, the Dunk Master, able to take down one just before he does drop. He's going to explode on top of Booberry and Panzer. The double kill coming out for Booberry, and now it is not looking good for Aish as the triple does go down. Captain Booberry totally out of mana with that level 6 Raven form, but he's able to secure himself the triple kill. There are no more revives. It is just the Mike trying to take on 1 versus 3, and unfortunately for him, he is going to drop. Will he take Booberry with him? He will.
Oh, he does. He does get that kill on Booberry. I've just loaded back into the game. What timestamp are you at?
3:57, 58.
Cool.
Watching Alalia die. Maybe not.
Oh, narrowly alive right over there, using that health potion. Gonna go ahead and hit that recall. Earthwind Skarner, such an interesting skin. Big fan of that one. And Infeed Darius, is he coming down? Is his axe angry? Is his axe better than Infeed's scythe axe? Whatever she's got down there. Gets him with the apprehend. And Infeed trying to run away. Talith is just like racking up those hits on Infeed down there.
Bleeding her out.
And going. Noxian Guillotine. Taking down Infeed. Giving Infeed a taste of what he was doing last game down there.
Yeah, the Dunk Master. Going,
Talith.
gone. That's exactly the way. Yeah, you bleed him out, you get the guillotine, the true damage, and it is beautiful. What's going on up top, however, Aish going for a ninja back cap is going to get it to about halfway. Half-Hearted is going to be up there to stop Aish in her tracks, and it does look like we are going to be having to regroup a bit. Blind pick bandits, again, not winning out the very first fight, are on a little bit of the back foot.
And a group of them going up to the top. We got Blind Pick Banditos assaulting the windmill right there. Garrison gets thrown down on the points to heal it up. And Swain catches more than a few people with his Never Move right there, but he's just not doing a lot of damage right now. And there's minions coming up there as well. This tower, a second garrison gets thrown down, determined not to lose this, putting the hurt in on Talith, and they are able to get Talith down. There, and almost get a Parkhurst. Captain Blueberry just needs to get a little bit closer. Misses with the Never Move, unfortunately. Now Parkhurst can just kind of safely poke from back there, but Panzer's is diving pretty hard for him with that Cyclone, and you're gonna get Cyclone. Gotta get that Kathian surprise. Is he gonna try and dodge? No, not gonna be successful with the dodge. Pop that maybe a little bit too late there. And did get taken down, but Pays Evelynn Shot Support defends that top point, but Eulalia is really pushing in on Infeed down on the bottom lane. It's got him forced up against the tower and has to recall back for mana right now. Bran, Half-Hearted, picking up that Storm Shield in the middle of the map there. Seeing Half-Hearted with his damage, all turning long, being a really good job. The Hextech Sweeper checking that bush right there. Half-Hearted's got that. Gives that extra vision, makes sure that you can sort of look in there and be like, is something horrible gonna happen if I walk this way? Get that Hextech Sweeper, gives you HP, CDR, AP, very, very good item to have, especially in this game mode.
Cannot say enough good things about the AP Hextech Sweeper. It's a good item to this game. It really does make a lot of good choices here for if you really do want to go with those AP. That's something that Mike liked to run a lot as well when he's on Lulu, get that sweeper up there. But now with Mike on that Teemo, we see the level 6 eggs going all the way down throughout this jungle, keeping an eye on this mid. There goes the grab on top of Parkhurst. Painkiller trying to make amends, but Ashe, how did Ashe not go down? There we go, the burning ticks from Brand. They kill each other, essentially, and now that's going to leave Swain in this top lane doing a little bit of a solo defense. Now, can he take on Talith? Talith thinks that he can take on him at any rate, and now with two buddies in the back. Never Move, not going down. In fact, he's just going to be dropping in fairly quick order. Panzer's, however, able to pick up the revenge kill. Not exactly the double, but hey, point is saved. He owns it for a little bit, but that is a mighty big creep wave coming.
And he doesn't have a Cyclone yet to be able to clear that out with. He has a few seconds left on it, so he can't just sweep that all away. And Painkiller coming from the back. Oh, he's going for a Parkhurst, but can Panzers handle Talith? No, he cannot, and turns right around there. And now Painkiller and Talith kind of facing off a little bit, but Ashe comes in, grabs Painkiller, hits him with the Powerball, gets him with the taunt, and Talith's going to give him the axe right there as Half-Hard arrives at the top point. Misses with the Pillar of Flame, misses with the Seer, I believe that's called. Yes, I got that one right, so happy. Talith PA is going to pick that up while Ashe keeps him zoned away, and he'll throw that Pillar on Mike, but he's taking so much damage. Half-Hard's got that poison die. He's got to get out. I don't know, you get the Health Relic? No! Health Relic denied. Ashe should have snatched that thing up instead.
Yeah, good game in that top, so Windmill now turning over to the blind pick Bandits. At the same time, Eulalia was in this bottom lane. Looks like she went down. Not entirely too sure what killed her, but she did win the duel against Infeed, and that is putting a lot of pressure on this bottom lane. It is forcing people to pay more attention to the bottom lane, and I don't know. I don't think we've really seen an overwhelmingly huge advantage for any Diana in the bot lane.
Half-Hearted just picked up an Oracle's Extract. He wants to get those mushrooms. He wants to make sure he knows where they are and take them down. But is he going to live long enough to make that investment valuable? Not looking like it. So he did just kind of unfortunately throw away the gold on that. Got a little bit too eager, maybe, checking out like that. I'm not sure if I like that. But it's a very good strategy. Like, he knows that they're out there. He knows he's going to be going against a really aggressive map control from Mike, and he wants to be able to limit that as much as possible. And that Oracle's Extract is a part of that. So it's going to set him back a little bit. But we'll see if he ends up picking up another one at some point or not during the game. Teemo in the middle of the map, and Talith PA up at the top by himself, just kind of hanging out. But that means that where Darius is at top, that means they can safely go down for the bottom and go for Eulalia here and not have to worry about him. Captain Blueberry and Painkiller and friends down there going for Eulalia right away. Ashe goes into that fight, and they're trying to keep Eulalia alive, but she just isn't able to sustain there. Parkhurst quickly made work of by a combination of abilities, and now it's just Ashe. Branded Darius over in the middle of the map by the refinery, and that's sort of a lane over there right now while all this goes down on the bottom.
Yeah, a lot of action centered around a lot of different points here on the map. Talith is going to get that reset. No, his Noxian Guillotine not going to be reset after that. But a lot of kills in this bottom lane, and it does look pretty much overwhelmingly in the favor of Evelynn and Child Support, at least in that bottom lane. Infeed was able to easily solo down Evelynn, and then that big team fight just did not go the way that the blind picks Bandits wanted it to. And now Evelynn able to get a little bit of a revenge kill, and you can see that Wukong not going to stick around, instead just going to head on out. But hey, doesn't really matter. We still got the 3 points for the blind picks, which means that the points are ticking down in their favor. You can see more Hextech Sweeper in the action, trying to get those eggs, but it might be the death of Half-Hearted yet again. Talith is here. He does not have the guillotine up, but with the bleeds should be enough to finish him off, and indeed another kill for the Dunk Master. 8 and 3 now, doing a really good job.
The damage that Brand can do in a team fight is completely ridiculous. I mean, base damage, let's say he hits all 5 champions with everything. The AoE, the stun, the pyroclasm. If he hits people with everything, the total base damage is like 4k spread across that team. And then when you add an AP ahead of that, Brand is just doing crazy amounts of damage. But they're doing a really good job of shutting him down. And Eulalia getting ganked down here bottom again. 3-man gank going on down at the bottom, but Rammus with that maneuverability, Mike Timo with that same excessive amount of maneuverability, they're able to quickly get down there and respond to that and deflect them away from that point.
Parker's trying to defend this top, but yeah, Eulalia does seem to be getting a lot of extra attention here from Evelynn Child Support. Parker's not nearly so mobile as the champions we just talked about, is going to get insta-gives, pretty much just deleted, as Aish running back to the point, wants to put up some kind of tower defense. We do got Zemite coming up from the mid, but is it going to be enough? We do got 4 very healthy top laners from Evelynn Child Support, as it does look like Darius able to take a little bit of revenge in that bot lane, but it does not matter. Windmill turning over yet again to Evelynn Child Support, and they're going to be evening out the score a bit.
Mike has some really interesting but also really good mushroom placement. You can't like sneak around that storm relic by going above that little thing, because he has that. He's got mushrooms there, and he's got mushrooms in both these bushes, and you can see how it's kind of symmetrical on either side. He's got things put in the same places, just same spots on each side. He knows where the valuable points are on the map. Playing as support, he knows where all these things need to go, and using that vision, he's really giving his team a significant advantage here, because there's just so much incomplete information. Like 2 Hextech Sweeper shots go off in that one there. One thrown down there, and the other one was thrown off in the other bushes a moment ago. I missed that one. But yeah, Bram with that Hextech Sweeper, like checking for those mushrooms, wants to make sure he clears them, and Evelynn Child Support really making use of that vision in regards to their position, because you see every time that we got engagement going on over here at the side, we got Aish and Talith PA getting caught by Panzers and Half-Hearted, but who is caught whom? Painkiller misses with the grab, unfortunately starts to circle around back the other way, but all he would find there is a Teemo Mushroom, and while that's going on, Kog'Maw attempts to go for the windmill.
I don't think that Kog'Maw is really one of those solo push kind of guys. He really does get caught out a lot, and as evidenced here, all you have to do is go 2-on-1. At the same time, again, Eulalia not getting the beautiful end of the stick, instead getting hit by the ugly stick. I mean, it's just not a good situation in that bottom lane. 3-on-1 is a messy encounter, but Eulalia does not have that revive up. It is in fact still down for another 90 seconds. Good point though. That bottom lane, that's where, wow, how did Teemo die to that? Bottom lane, this is where the quest is. So that's why you're seeing a lot of attention in this bottom lane. Talith knows this, going to go for the stop, is going to get the Noxian Guillotine, and here comes the rest of the team to help out, just chase off Infeed. So close to getting that quest, but better luck next time, Infeed.
Ooh, and Infeed trying to make that dive for Talith, but Talith, Painkiller School, he's been there, graduated, got the diplomas, manages to live through that. Aish trying to get away now. He's got that DBC up, the defensive ball curl there, in the air rather, and he's popping that power ball and getting on out of there. For those of you that are not familiar, the Painkiller survival method is a reference to when players get low on hit points, there's a player that excels at operating at low hit points, and that is Painkiller, who's playing as Blitzcrank in this game. We got an engagement going on down at the bottom end of the map. Captain Booberry down there defending, but those creeps are really working that tower. They get the neutral off on it as well, but he's going to snare up Parkhurst and take him out there. And Eulalia now in a pretty bad spot, because she has to deal with Infeed and she has to deal with Painkiller.
Yeah, but here comes Talith PA, the dunk master. It is going to be Diana with the kill again on Alalia, now sitting at 7 deaths, but a lot of attention being put onto this point. Again, these bottom lanes are those quests. So you can see some big resistance coming out from Paige, Evelynn, Shot Support. They cleaned that up 3 for 1. Not a problem. Actually, maybe even 3 for 0. Didn't we just kill someone? Yeah, they killed Swain. Swain used revive. That's why.
Yeah.
It was 3 for 1. I'm not crazy. But yeah, defending the point, good job. That quest still up for grabs, and that's why we're seeing a lot more attention in more the mid to lower end of this map. Talith looking really strong. Yomu's Ghostblade into that Phage. I mean, it's really hard to get away from Darius as is. Get a lucky Phage proc. It's a good game.
Managed to hit every single mushroom in the middle of the map right there. Moving around just prior, and Zamike immediately throwing those mushrooms right back down after that. He seems to want to keep certain areas of the map heavily warded with those mushrooms, and he had 3 pocketed when that happened, so he's not trying to do the whole map. He just wants to keep certain key areas revealed and trying to get them down there. They're able to get 2 of them down. Engagement going on at the top.
I've been more enamored with this bottom lane. Talith and Alalia able to take him out lemming style in that bottom lane. They are going to secure themselves that quest. Unfortunately, Zamike just barely missing the buff. And Parker's about to lose his immediately as Captain Booberry showing some really good tanking skills in this top lane. Does look like half-hearted. Gets himself a little bit of health. Is probably going to come back here for attempt number 2. But no, he's going to get hit from behind. Alalia leaving her lane saying, hello, there's a scorpion on your ass. And picks up a nice kill to her name. Trinity Force, Wit's End, and inspect a pickaxe into a Vamp Scepter. She's not exactly a soft hit at this point, and they're able to clean up Booberry top as well.
Yeah, fight Skarner is a pretty good thing to have on your side. Zamike poking his head around those bushes, and Talith PA gets grabbed. He gets airborne, and we might see Talith PA get taken out right there. Very good grab by Painkiller, and Talith is just circling. Where's the Benny Hill music at right there? And he does eventually get taken down. Zamike's just got mushrooms, eggs all over the place, and now Eulalia seems like she's going to be the victim, but she throws down the suppress on Half-Hearted and helps Zamike to pick up that kill, and he wants some of Painkiller. He's trying to kite them into the mushrooms. Ace shows up there to throw down a little bit of damage over the taunt, but Timo has gotten punched by a robot.
Punched in the butt.
Dead.
Yep.
That butt punch OP, man. I tell you what. Painkiller up at the top now. Taking that windmill. Low hit on the hit points there. And they're neutral. They're going to be able to cap this before anyone else gets up here. But the question is, are they going to be able to hold it? The only person that is en route up to the top point right now is Infeed. Looks like he's going to change his route a little bit. Looks like he's going to go down bottom. And not Infeed, excuse me. Talith PA, they changed Darius characters. Infeed's down bottom. Talith Darius heading down towards the bottom lane now, going for that point and looking for that gank right there. Eulalia's suppress is on cooldown right now, I believe, and we're going to see, is she going to be able to make it? Yeah, she is going to be able to help him secure that kill. And now Painkiller is there trying to lay on this point. Panzer's coming down as well, and Eulalia is taken out, so is Talith. And Talith was not able to get that Noxian Guillotine before dying there. Half-Hard trying to defend up for the top as long as he can. Misses with the Seer on Timo, though, so he has to go in for an AA, but isn't able to get it before dying. And now, Blind Pick Banditos is going to pick up the windmill.
Going back and forth, it is definitely an edgy game. 186 to 153 still could be anybody's win at this point. But looking at some of these kills, I mean, 13-6 on Darius. Again, Darius, guys, ban him out. Don't deal with this jerk of a champion, because he will dunk you into the ground. 1100 points to his name. But at the same time, you mean Swain, no slouch to anything here. 10 and 8, and of course Wukong playing to his strengths here in Dominion at 14 and 5. A lot of kills on the board across the map. And, you know, again, yeah, Talith doing really good. I did like how Talith did an excellent job intercepting Paige, Evelynn, Child Support when they were going for that top pick, and again coming down bottom just combos very well with Eulalia, able to get that dunk. At the same time, however, Wukong in that top lane, it's really hard to discount what a Wukong can do to you. Half-Hearted, not the defender of choice in this bottom. He's going to get melted down pretty much immediately, and this could be a fourth point to the blind pick name.
Blind Pick Bandits has been doing a very good job all game long of controlling Half Hard. Half Hard is one of the better brands that there is, but they also are aware of this, and they've been doing a really good job of focusing him. And down in that bottom lane, I mean, he just got shut down very quickly. Didn't even really get to defend for very long at all there. And now Infeed Painkiller trying to get their bottom point back, but Aish and Eulalia down there quite tanky. And Aish is going to go down. Eulalia is able to delay for long enough for Zemike to get there. And it looks like Zemike is able to bail her out. She is holding on to that point right now as Darius and Kog'Maw push the top end of the map. Half-Hard getting pushed up against his tower, or not tower, but getting pushed towards his platform. Painkiller not able to land that grab, and Teemo backing off a bit, Eulalia backing off a bit, and it looks like they are just going to let that point go. They're going to let them take that. They have the windmill. That's what their objective was. They wanted to get the windmill. They used that bottom point for as long as they needed to in order to make that happen. Now they're just going to give it up. And they're going to settle in the spot where they have the 3 points on the map that they'd like to have.
Yeah, almost keeping that 4. Unfortunately, yeah, Quarry's going to go back to pay Evelynn child support, but it's still looking good here for Blind Pick Bandits to take game number 2. They're 40 points ahead, and when you get down to the double digits, you know, that's when you start really got to think about that death clock ticking away. Every point is a point you can't get back, and it's not looking good right now. Pays Evelynn child support. They got to make something happen here now. In terms of this bottom lane, Infeed still going toe to toe with Eulalia, but it's a really slow go from both ends. It's just like there's no big burst. It's just, you know, really slow going. But Talith able to pick up the revenge kill. Dunk. Oh no, not able to grab it this round. That's a big misplay on his part. Does get the kill, but now without that Noxian Guillotine and a 3 versus 1 situation. Unless we have some revives ready to go, which I'm not too sure we do, Rammus is going to come in here, try to do something. Captain Booberry, however, getting 2-on-1 up top, and you can see a Parkhurst just doing some amazing work in terms of a Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw is kind of termed as a hyper AD carry in Summer's Rift, and there's no lie about it here in Dominion. After 20 minutes and a lot of items later, plus the range, yeah, it can start really hurting. Eulalia getting grabbed, insta-gibbed. This might be what pays Evelynn child support needs.
Yeah, they've had a very successful section of ganks down there at the bottom, but Blind Pick Bandits was also kind of going in one after another after another.
Lemming style.
It was just kind of, yeah, it was like Lings on autopath in your base. Just so bad right there, going one after another after another. I don't know, I don't like that, but I mean, they were also really desperate to get that tower. They couldn't have grouped up, because if they did, things would have ended really bad. And Parkhurst getting caught, taking all the damage in the game right there. Talith PA now on the run from the murder train that's coming their way as the death clock keeps ticking down there. 100 and almost below 100 now. We got Aish going for a back cap down on the bottom as Pex descends upon the top point.
Half-hearted, you know, keeping him off. 2-on-1 in this bottom. It looks like he might drop. The Parkhurst, you know, he is a kind of a glass cannon. If you start focusing him, he does go down. But when left alone from range, it is a thing to behold. So we keep our bottom quarry. Infeed is able to successfully defend top with Captain Booberry, but it does look like they are going to lose that 4th cap. But it does not matter. We are now having on our hands a really close race to the finish. 66-75. Blind Pick need to make something happen, just like Evelynn child support just did.
And Eulalia barely getting out of that fight intact there. Aish taking a lot of damage, but living a long time as well, doing that tanking thing that he does. Zemike setting up the field of dreams of mushrooms, the mushroom road right there. And Infeed is going to recall back. Eulalia is going to hop back as well. And Talith is just feeding creeps to this top point up there. Each one of those ones that hits it takes the capture down a little bit on that tower. Capture hit points, not sure what to call him, and settle for capture for right now. They got to check on that bush with the Hextech sweeper right there from Brand. Good use of that. Saw that Teemo coming, and a dash right into Aish. Aish getting the hurt put on him, and Zemike taking a lot of damage as well, getting forced out away from that top part. And Zemike being up there means he wasn't down to put any damage on Half-Hearted. He was zoned up away from them. Aish still alive, though. Painkiller able to take down Darius, and now Aish is trying to retreat, but I don't think he's going to be able to get it. That Power Fist goes off, bops him up into the air, and Pex is turning this around. They might be able to secure this game if they keep this up.
Color me really surprised at this point. They have now taken the lead 66-36, and that's effectively less than a minute left in this match. If blind pick Banditos cannot make anything happen, and at the rate that the lemming style is not working for them, I'm not too sure they're going to be able to do anything about this. Looking at infeed in this bottom, low hit points, no problem. Aish still really having a hard time trying to take that, but it does look like she will be dropping a big defense in this top lane against the blind pick Bandits, but it does look like some burning damage or some poison damage. Nope, bleeding damage is able to take down Wukong. Talith, however, is going to be paying for it. At Parkhurst, again, lots of damage, but once they start turning on him, he just has to run away. Blitzcrank able to take down Aish, and now here comes Panzers into this bottom lane. Down goes the robot. The revive goes off. Eulalia fighting for her life. We've got Parker's dead in the top. He's looking for that revenge blow up. Almost takes down Blueberry to his name, but we're into the final throws. 8 points left on the match. 6, and I don't see any caps going off anywhere for the blind pick Bandits, and Eulalia rage quits in fury.
Preemptive quit this part of the game. It's 10 seconds. Want to get your milkshake. You know how it is. You played those games, man. But that is a brutal game. That game getting turned around like that at just not quite the 0 hour, but let's say the 66-point hour, we'll call it, in that game. And just the way that Half Hard got shut down early on in the game, but they were able to kind of come back later on and turn that around with the damage from Wukong instead. Looking at, taking just a little bit of a glance at the builds, over there, we see that they had a couple of Wits Ends rocking. They had a Force of Nature going on, Spirit Visions, bunch of Mercury Treads. They were prepared for Brand. There's not a lot of anti-AD, and as the game progressed on, they built more of that MR, had less of that armor. Panzer's Wukong just got stronger and stronger and stronger, and some of those plays at the end, some of that Cyclone and some of that Nimbus Strike damage that he was putting out really helped to turn things around, especially with the focus they put on Half-Hearted. The victory is going to go to Pays Evelynn Child Support at 2-0 against Blind Pick Banditos in the finals of the DominateDominion.com League of Legends Dominion Tournament number 22.
Indeed, good sir. Indeed. 2-0. Very impressive plays. They went clutch at the end, able to hold off the advances of the blind pick, and wins at 66-0. One thing I gotta notice though, and just bring to the attention, look at the scores. Almost everyone except Zemike, 4 digits on scores. Darius playing to his strength, 19, 10, 8, 1500 points, but Blueberry, man, 5 caps, 4 defends, I think. Yep, 5 caps, 4 defends, 6 caps, 5 defends, coming up from Wukong, second place in terms of points, and a 17-7 score to boot. Doesn't help that you have 23 assists. I mean, these guys were so active in the match. That's 9 caps, 11 caps, 6 caps even coming out from Diana that they've all been part of. Take a quick look at Zemike, 1-1. Take a look at Darius, 4-1. Darius, a lot of kills, Mike, a lot of kills, but there wasn't a lot of point involvement. So, I don't know. Does that mean something? Maybe. But numbers don't lie. And just good game well played all around.
Well, excellent games, all event long, man. Just the round of 8 game was absolutely great, and the round of 4 game was really good, and this game was just it just took a turn for the crazy at the end there. I'm just so happy with the way these turned out. And for anyone that's watching right now that wants to see these games again, wants to see them with alternate camera angles, the VODs will be posted Monday. They'll be posted by Monday. YouTube.com/Vatoclan. Where you can check those out game by game. Follow my gaming clan on Twitter. It's @Vatoclan. Join the chat channel for this, for Dominate Dominion on North America. That's the name of the chat channel, Dominate Dominion. Facebook.com/DominateDominion. DominateDominion.com is the website. Twitter @DominateDom. Cybersports Network is freaking awesome because I love their bracket system. I'm so happy that we're working with those guys because it's just oh man, the brackets are so easy to navigate. You can look through it, you can find all the teams and stuff, look through their rosters, see players and stuff like that. It makes it really easy to sift through and find out who's on which team, what they've played in. It's just awesome.